Hi, and welcome to Global Connect TV. And today I'm speaking to Ganapathy Subramaniam of TCS Financial Services. And you just came off the FinTech 100 panel. And one of the things you mentioned on the panel is that a lot of banks, separate this so-called run the bank versus change the bank budget. So in your opinion, what's the best way banks can allocate those funds to be most innovative and productive with it?
That's a great question. And see, when you say run the bank, it's all about minimum level to run the business. And some people call it business as usual costs. And out of the overall IT budgets, it varies across the banks, right? Some are at 70%. 70% of the budget is in run the bank, and 30% is in change the bank. And some have optimized it over a period of time, and it has come down to 35%. So I think in my experience, it is possible to run the budget splits in terms of about 35% of the costs in run the bank and about the balance in change the bank, and that gives you ample budgets for continue to invest in the change the bank initiatives and bring in innovation for growth and efficiency alike.
So that 35%, that's kind of the magic number in your opinion?
Yeah, that's I think an average. There are banks who have done much better than that, right? And it's all about understanding what is the cost per transaction of the IT cost per transaction and drilling it down year on year, right? So there are people who have done it much better than 35%, but on average, from my experience of banks' costs and budgets, I think 35% is a good benchmark to hit.
So another big topic that's talked about a lot in banking is the unbanked or the underbanked market. So in your opinion in this industry, who do you think is best targeting this sort of underserved group of people?
No, I think the unbanked population is huge in emerging markets, especially in if you take Africa or India or China. The unbanked population is huge, right? And it's all about really looking at that bottom of the pyramid, see what is needed for them and how you can make a change for the better in their day-to-day life, right? So it's about coming up with products which suits them and making sure that their money is secured, making sure that they get instant credit for what they deliver. For example, if you take a farmer who is in India, the remote part of India, he is selling a produce. There's no way that he is able to figure out whether he is getting the right value for the produce, right? So it is a kind of an offering that you come up with, making sure that he understands what's the real price out there in the marketplace and making sure that he is able to negotiate with the intermediaries the right price and ensuring that he gets that money instantaneously. So there are products that one can look at specifically rather than just having an account for them, right? So it's that kind of innovation is what is necessary, which will improve the quality of life for the unbanked in the remote parts of the world.
So it's not so much just offering a retail bank service, it's sort of looking in context about what these customers actually need.
Absolutely. It's not about having an account, it's about providing a financial service.
Okay. So I mean, the word innovation gets bandied about a lot, especially recently. And so, I mean, in the sort of difficult economic times that we've been going through over the past few years, why is innovation important for banks right at the moment?
Well, I think it's important from two angles, right? If you really look at banks today or in this economic situation, there are two things which are important for them. One is growth, second is efficiency. The last few years, the banks have been tightening their belts, and I think they have achieved a level of efficiency, and taking more juice out of their cost is going to be much more difficult. And so the growth becomes of paramount importance, right? When you talk about growth, really, what matters is what kind of products, what kind of services your end customers are looking for, right? And how do you bring in those innovation as a key to offer those products and services, right? So it's a very tricky situation because you are facing with an IT infrastructure which is probably not agile, which is not probably amenable to launching some of the new products that the customers are looking for that quickly. So you got to come up with business models, you got to come up with cooperative business models, you got to come up with partnerships by which you are able to create an ecosystem and tap into those opportunities. So innovation in these tough times is just not about product innovation, it's about service innovation as well as business model innovation.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you.